It's episode 2 of Should You Build or Skip It, where we review other woodworking YouTubers, videos designed to teach you how to build something with the intent of selling it. So come here, I want to show you this reclaimed redwood I have. So take a look at this redwood. I want you to see kind of how ugly it is right now. You know, it is reclaimed, it's over 40 years old, 50 years old. And I want you to see how it transforms once we put a little effort into sanding it and, you know, giving her some new life. With this redwood in mind, I was looking for a project I could utilize this wood with. So I was looking through the internet, scouring YouTube, and I came across Jasco Goods. Check out his video. He's teaching you how to build this little napkin holder, and I thought it was perfect for this because it's a simple build, it doesn't use much wood, and I think it's a great opportunity to practice joinery. So if you want to build this napkin holder with me, go watch his video. It'll be in the description. Go watch his other content. He's got some great information there. He's a fun watch. But we'll be doing dowels, biscuits, and I'll be attempting box joints, finger joints, so it's gonna be fun. In his video, he's specifically talking about customization and personalization of your builds to get them to sell. So I think that's a great opportunity since I have this wood to build a whole bunch of these napkin holders, and we're gonna customize some that we won't, and we'll just see how they compare in the cells and, you know, how much effort I put into it versus the ones I don't. And with those markups, you know, is it worth my time in this case? So it's gonna be a fun build, and I promise you, stay to the end and watch this wood transform. It's gonna be awesome. Before we get to the actual build, I'm gonna start giving away some of my smalls. In this case, we're gonna do the napkin holder. So all you need to do to have an opportunity to win one is subscribe and leave a comment. I'll choose one of the comments that I like the best, and I will mail you one of these napkin holders. Here's the cool part though. I'm gonna reach out to you. We'll talk on messages, and I will personalize the napkin holder for you. You can do some text, we can do an image, and I'll mail it to you, so it's personalized just for you. So now let's get to the build. I couldn't wait till the end to show you the differences between the two woods. I really wanted you to see the single piece before it was all cut up. You know, this is before, obviously, and this is after. So some TLC, you know, it's incredible what this wood could turn into. So if you got old wood sitting out there somewhere, then don't waste it. Bring it back to life, you know, rejuvenate it, and make something beautiful out of it. Yeah. Toby, are you chasing mice? What are you doing, boy? You're interrupting my video. I know what you're thinking. That's a sweet CrossCut sled. Well, if you want to see that being built, check out this video. Okay, all of the napkin holders are built at this point, and now I'm looking to do a finish. I'm going to give this Danish oil a try. This is natural, natural color, not natural like green. It says harmful if swallowed, so not natural in that regard. But I'm looking for something that will really bring out the wood grain. So I have a drop right here to give it a test. I'm not going to use it on the final product because I just don't know if it's going to bring out the wood grain to the point that I want it to, and I don't want it to color it either. Right? I don't really want to stain it. And yes, I know I have an open fire behind me, and this is combustible, but you know, if I do catch on fire, I'll get some more views, but I do realize the risk. They're all finished. All the napkin holders are done, some with prints, some without prints. I'm about to put them up on Facebook Marketplace and Etsy, but I thought we'd walk through some of the different finishes I used to experiment with. All of them are the same wood, except for this one. I wanted you to see what it would look like if we just used something out of Lowe's or Home Depot. This is just construction grade pine. So walking through from left to right, my left, we have the Rubio, and this is actually gifts. I wanted to spend a little more time. This one was for myself, but yeah, I used Rubio and took a little more time. This is an epoxy where I actually, engraved this out and then set an epoxy in there. And then we have the Longhorn, the traditional UT Texas Longhorn design, and I use the Howard's Beeswax for this one, feed and wax. And then we have the Danish Oil, which I wanted to try out with the natural finish, and all of these have that. We got the pine here, and then the Go Texan, which I'm not sure if people outside of Texas probably aren't familiar with, but it just means it's a locally sourced product. And then I have the Keep Austin Weird design at the bottom here, which is actually my favorite with the wood grain and the finish. I just like the overall product the best. And then I have the untreated one, unfinished, minus my fingerprints. That will be the giveaway, and we will logo or put a print, whatever you want, on this one and stain it. So you'll see this one later when it's finished after we do the giveaway. Yeah, so time for you to see if these sell or not. Okay, it's been 7 days since I put these up for sale. Before we get into the sale results, let's talk a little bit about the tools and the overall build itself. For tools, you really don't need much to do these guys. I think it's a great beginner project. So if you're looking at getting into woodworking, I highly recommend this because there's so much variety and customization you can do with such little tools and such little wood. So if you want to, figure out if you even want to take on woodworking, give these a go. You really only need like a circular saw and a drill. You need some way to join this thing together, and you can get by with just a drill. You need screws, or you need dowels at the very minimum. I wouldn't only glue it. You might, if it gets dropped on something hard, it would probably split if you don't have any sort of joinery. Even with a circular saw, you can actually use a clamp and clamp on like a brace and run your circular saw against it to get a straight edge. If you guys want to see that demoed or whatever, I could do like a really quick short on how to do that. But that's an easy way to get a straight edge, and you don't need a CrossCut Sled. You don't need a table saw or anything like that. So tool-wise, it doesn't get easier than this really. And then for customization, right? You can do so much with this. You could use a laser if you have one. You could use a wood burner. I don't know if you're familiar with those little wood grain, burners. But you could use one of those. You can mix your wood types. You could split this thing in different ways. You split it this way, split it that way, whatever, and combine different colors of wood together. Customize it. If you got a router, you can put different edges on it. There's really a ton. You could paint. There's so much you could do with this to, customize it. So in that regard, I think it's a fun build, just playing around and practicing different things, learning how to use the laser to get good designs that's, burn and get a good dark contrast, which I'm still getting better at. And, practicing that. So all of those are cool. All right, it's the final segment, the sales data. I sold 2. In 7 days, one on Etsy and one on Facebook Marketplace. The one on Etsy was the blank with no design on it. I sold that for $25 free shipping. The one I sold on Facebook was the Keep Austin Weird, which makes sense. It's like the localized product. And I sold that one for $30. Overall, I think if you want to build these are a good way to start out. They pack small. They don't take up much space. They're cheap to make. They don't require much material or anything. Look at this. 2 in here, and it doesn't really take up any space at all. So build a few and just keep them on hand, and if they sell, they sell. The one thing I really do think this product might be good for is the designs, learning your area, see what customers like for your clientele. So mixing it up and just doing a bunch of different types of designs, be it your sports teams, be it your state logo, whatever, city names, your city skyline, your local national parks. Do all those things, mix it up, and just see what attracts the customers and see what sells, and then use that data for future builds. Okay, thanks for sticking to the end. Like and subscribe, please. I could use it. The future video, we have the giveaway with the customization, so look for that one. I have some big builds coming, like big builds. I think you guys would really enjoy that, so stick with me for those. And he's been waiting patiently. Bring it here, boy. Bring it here. All right, ready? All right. Bye.